Hi everyone, welcome back to Chelsea Fan TV and welcome to a new episode of Round the Corner. Chelsea will travel away to St James's Park to face Newcastle again, this time though in the Carabao Cup as we hope to proceed into the next round, and honestly, we absolutely should be taking these cups seriously. A trophy for Chelsea, I think we unanimously agree, is so important this season, and there's quite a few on the table with probably the Conference League ranking at the top of the must-win trophy, and obviously the domestic cups are there for the taking too. Last season we somehow managed to get to a final and a semi-final in both domestic cups, so this season with how things are going, the expectation is almost to be at a final again and win it, hopefully. I think that's not an outrageous thing to say when in a season of so many struggles we managed to do that. Now, when things seem to be going as smooth as they are, it almost just feels like it has to be a must. But we won't get ahead of ourselves. We won't underestimate this game. After all, we did beat Newcastle just about on Sunday. I think it was a positive game overall, really big 3 points, but Newcastle equally could have got themselves on the score sheet again, equalised, maybe scored themselves another couple goals. So the fact that we won is great, but we should not be going into this game thinking it's going to be light work again. We know there's probably going to be a shift around in squad. Enzo Maresca has said that everyone is fit and available, which is just absolutely amazing. Nobody is injured, so we have everyone up for selection, and while I think we'll see a few shifts, I don't think it will be maybe as drastic of a change as we usually see from weekend to midweek fixtures. And why I say that is because, again, Newcastle will definitely adapt to how we set up against them. They'll know perhaps where those weaknesses were a little bit, especially defensively at times, and they might look to expose that. So while I think Cole Palmer might be rested for this one, I think he will be on the sidelines just in case. I don't think he should be coming on really, and he should get his rest, but I think that some of the more senior players will be on standby. But I don't doubt that our B team has enough quality, we now call it the B team, enough quality to get the job done against Newcastle. Flashback to last season, we obviously just about beat Newcastle when Mudryk scored at the death to get the equaliser to ensure we went into extra time. Then Petrovic, as we all remember, was the star of the show with the penalty save, and he managed to help us get through to the next round. So that game by no means was easy, but we're a different team. It's a different type of night, but hopefully we can just continue that on. Obviously St James's Park is quite a hostile place to go away, but hopefully it's a win. So without further ado, let's get into the lineup and what we can expect. But before we do that, we're going to shout out our channel sponsors, Omely. So as you may or may not know, Omely are a new platform, a new app where you can basically get involved as a fan, have your say, get involved with debates, talk to other fans that support your club all across the world. There's different creators on there, and you can enter the space and debate on the title of the show basically. If you didn't catch the latest one, you can go and check out our channel, Chelsea Fan TV. There's already quite a few shows on there that you can catch up with, or stay tuned for more that we will be hosting in the near future. But get involved, download the app. You can click the link in the description down below to download it, and yeah, start debating your favourite football things that you agree on or disagree with your friends and the creators that you follow across the football space. So yeah, check that out, guys. But let's talk about the game. So Newcastle versus Chelsea. Like I said, Newcastle will be quite annoyed right now. We obviously beat them, and they will be looking to get a win and take this cup seriously, because I think they themselves, after really missing out on the League Cup themselves, they will be eager to proceed further down into this one. And while I think that Enzo Maresca is going to be confident and he will go for Jörgensen in goal, and he might set us up at the back a little bit differently with perhaps Cucurella there at the left back role, it's the question of, will Malagusto start and is Reece James going to be rested? That's the key question here. I think this is a really tough one to actually predict, because I think Maresca will recognise that, not because Newcastle is a tougher opponent, but because we have already played them at the weekend, and I guess a shift and a change in lineup is good because it keeps us unpredictable, and Newcastle won't know really what to set up with against us. But I really do think that we might see a little bit of continuity. So I don't know, it's interesting because Cucurella wouldn't necessarily usually play in this match if it was the B team, but he hasn't really been starting the Premier League games the last couple anyway, so Does that call for him to start? Probably yes. And yeah, let me know though in the comments down below, guys, what you think regards to the back line. Is Maresca going to chop and change that entirely, or will we see a bit of continuity? We saw obviously Colwell and Fofana paired at centre back. In these games, we have been kind of playing Badiashile and Sassy, even Tosin, who I think has been really, really good for us. I'd love to see Tosin start again. So maybe we see him alongside a Badiashile. I don't know. But yeah, Maresca will try to test that for sure, though I do think that, again, Newcastle, if they had their shooting boots on against us on Sunday, they could have potentially capitalised on more opportunities, because they did create for themselves. And I think they will look to be dangerous and try and control the game a little bit more on Wednesday night. Moving further forwards, Enzo Fernandez, I think, starts this game. He obviously came on as a substitute after not featuring in the starting 11 on Sunday. I think he plays in this game, probably alongside someone like Dewsbury Hall, maybe. Probably just because, again, Dewsbury Hall is a player that's got a lot of energy. He runs around a lot. I think maybe he's going to be quite crucial in a game like this. There'll be a lot of space as well, I reckon, there on the pitch, and he does quite well with the space and how he can, you know, distribute the ball as well himself. He does try to go further forward, so maybe he starts. Now, further forward, Joao Felix. Again, Joao Felix has proven that he is a player that can not play sort of at the weekends and come on, play midweek and score goals, and he's been in great form, having played every other game, so I think that continues. We can hope to maybe see a couple goals, well, maybe a goal or so from him too, hopefully. But yeah, I think that Joao Felix has the absolute backing of all of us Chelsea fans, because he's been really, really great. He's obviously quite energetic and he brings on that extra little finesse when he's on the pitch. Now, on the left, Mykhailo Mudryk, because, again, Mykhailo Mudryk is someone that has been playing really well recently in the cup game that he had, obviously, in the Conference League earlier in that week. And I think that with Mudryk, he is all about the confidence and he is all about the playing to get more confidence. Now, he's not quite ready for Premier League starts still, so I think that this game, again, is perfect. And at the end of the day, he is the one that got the equaliser against Newcastle last season. So, yeah, I think that warrants for him to get a start. Over on the right-hand side, this is really interesting because Neto's been featuring in these kind of B-team front lines, and Maresca said he can play on the left, on the right. I would love to play Neto on the right, because I think that I think he plays really well on the left, but he is versatile and I think he can absolutely play on the right there as well, with Nkunku obviously up top. Now, I think that that's really balancing both wings in terms of pace, because they're both really quick and kind of explosive wingers, if you like. They will kind of run and make those runs, and I think that could really cause havoc for Newcastle's defenders. Nkunku, again, like Joao Felix, doesn't play game in, game out, but comes on and scores goals. So guys, I could be completely wrong about this. This is quite made up and a little bit spontaneous, but let me know in the comments down below what you think, who might start, who will be benched, and let me know your score predictions as well. Hopefully this is a win and it will really get things ticking, get us into a bit of a winning streak once again. If we can do 2 in a row against Newcastle, then that's really, really great. But guys, subscribe to Chelsea Fan TV if you haven't done so already. Make sure you hit the like button, and yeah, we will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.